Hi everyone, my name is Margo Rodriguez. In this presentation, I'll share the main ideas from my research paper, which explored how different artists and cultures express spirituality through visual art. I chose three very different works: a Renaissance Madonna by Raphael, the Horyu-ji Pagoda in Japan, and a Baroque painting by Caravaggio to show how faith can be communicated through form, emotion, structure, and symbolism. First, I looked at Raphael, a major Renaissance painter known for bringing together classical balance and Christian themes. In the Alba Madonna, Raphael expresses spirituality through calm harmony, idealized figures, and a focus on the human family. As T.S.R. Bowes explains, Raphael minimized heavy symbolism and instead emphasized a serene human connection between Mary, Jesus, and John the Baptist. The circular composition, gentle gestures, and soft modeling communicate spiritual meaning through inner calm rather than intense emotion. This close-up highlights the quiet intimacy between Mary and the two children. Raphael softens their expressions to emphasize not only holiness, but humanity. The second work I studied was the Horyu-ji Pagoda in Japan, built in the early Asuka period. According to UNESCO, it reflects Japan's earliest stage of Buddhist architecture and the adaptation of Chinese forms into Japanese culture. Instead of using imagery to tell spiritual stories, the pagoda expresses faith through structure. Its height symbolizes spiritual ascent, the repeating eaves create rhythm and balance, and the central pillar represents the axis of the universe. In early Buddhism, practice was lived through community and action, so the craftsmanship of the pagoda itself was a form of devotion. I added this second image from a different angle to show the architectural complexity and symmetry of the structure. The last piece of work I studied was by Caravaggio, a Baroque painter known for raw emotion and dramatic lighting. In the Flagellation of Christ, Caravaggio expresses spirituality through intense realism, physical suffering, and the contrast between light and darkness. Scholar Brendan Prendeville noted that Caravaggio used light almost symbolically as a way to show divine presence breaking into human experience. Unlike Raphael's calm harmony or the structural symbolism of the Horyu-ji Pagoda, Caravaggio's spirituality is immediate, emotional, and confrontational. By zooming in on these details, we can see how Caravaggio uses tenebrism to make the body emerge from darkness, intensifying the viewer's emotional response. Together, these works show how spiritual meaning can appear in many different forms. Raphael expresses faith through harmony and idealized beauty. The Horyu-ji Pagoda expresses spirituality through structure and symbolic design instead of figures. Caravaggio expresses it through emotion and dramatic contrast. Even though they come from different cultures and mediums, all three use visual art to reach towards something sacred, showing that spirituality in art is both universal and incredibly diverse in how it's communicated. Studying these works also shows how much art is shaped by the world around it. Politics, religion, materials, and even geography all influence how artists and builders make meaning. What stood out to me is that none of these pieces were created just for decoration. They were made for worship, reflection, and connection. Seeing that purpose behind them made me understand art less as an object and more as an experience, something meant to be felt, remembered, and lived with long after it was created.